All right, hello, Science 10, Mr. Beeland here with your next lesson for energy. This class, we are talking about the different types or the different forms of energy, okay? So, forms of energy. Okay, so we can classify these into several different types, okay? And in fact, there are 6 main types of energy, or the ways that you can classify them, okay? So I will go in reverse order here because I've already written the number 6 down. So chemical energy. And this would be something that we have dealt with in our chemistry units, right? We have thermal energy, which we have already talked about as well. We have sound energy. One from last year you should recognize is electrical energy. We also have light, also known as radiant energy. And then finally we have mechanical energy. Okay, so for today's class, I'm just basically going to go through the 6 of them, summarize what they are about, and we're just going to kind of work through it that way, okay? So I will start with number 1 here. So mechanical energy. And mechanical energy is energy that an object has due to its motion or position. Okay, so mechanical energy is used basically to move, lift, or hold objects. Right, so some examples would be bikes, because the wheels are moving, right? Even wind would be an example, because it's moving the air. And a hammer would be a good example as well, because it moves the hammer to the nail. All right, so next we're going to talk about light energy. I'll just write it back down here. Light. This is carried by light. And this usually refers to visible light. Okay, so stuff that we can see, right? And all types of electromagnetic radiation have energy, right? And electromagnetic radiation is light. If you're talking about light energy like this, we can more specifically then call it radiant energy. Some other examples, right, besides just the light that we can see, is things like infrared, or radio, or UV. Okay, so then we have electrical energy. And again, I'm just going to put E minus for electrical. And this is energy carried by charged particles. And this is electrical energy is also called electricity, right? And we know that charged particles are stored up and this is called static. And when charged particles move, creates something called current, right? And you should be familiar with current from last year. And basically what you do with electrical energy is we put it into paths or circuits, and then we apply that to various appliances and stuff, okay? So this one's pretty much a refresher from before. I'm not going to go too deep into it because you did see and work a lot on this last year. But we are going to talk about sound energy next. So sound, and this is energy is carried by sound waves, no surprise. Okay, and sound waves travel through matter. So any matter, right? Solid, liquid, or gas. And sound energy is created when an object vibrates. Okay? And a vibrating object produces sound, and therefore produces sound energy. Okay? So we have talked a lot about thermal energy. Okay, I will quickly go back over it. Thermal energy is associated with temperature, right? And the hotter the object, it means you're increasing thermal energy. All right, and then we have chemical, which is the energy stored between bonds. There's a certain amount of energy that is holding those atoms together, and when they break down, right, that energy is kind of what gets used up, right? So stored between bonds holds bonds together, right? So these are used a lot for fuel. So fuel, food, right? When these are burned / digested, energy is released. And that's why we like to eat food. Not just because it tastes good. Okay, so those are the 6 main ones. I do want to talk about one more, okay? And this is nuclear energy, okay? So it's one last form. It is whereas chemical energy was the energy stored between bonds, nuclear is stored in the nucleus. Hence nuclear. It is the energy that keeps the subatomic particles together. Okay? When an atom splits, this is called fission. When an atom is combined, or when the nucleus of the atom is combined, you get fusion. And despite the small scale of these things, the amount of energy is massive. Massive energy. Okay? It requires a massive amount of energy to split, to combine. The energy given off is huge, right? And yes, so that is the 6 plus the bonus one. Okay, different types of energy. Okay, there will be a reading paragraph and a page of homework questions for you to go over. Just remembering the key qualities of each of these energy types, okay? Again, we're not going too fast on this. We still have lots of time in this semester. And yeah, if you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, I will hopefully see some of you on Monday. Okay, take care, everybody.